So in Los Angeles, California, we've got National Guard troops as well as Marines. And coming up, we've got some opinions from those servicemen themselves about what's going on. You hit subscribe, I'll cue the music. So, National Guard troops and Marines deployed in Los Angeles have been talking to friends and family members, and they're deeply unhappy about the assignment and worry their only meaningful role in this whole mess is pawns in a political battle they do not want to join or be a part of. 3 different advocacy organizations representing military families said they had heard from dozens of affected service members who expressed discomfort about being drawn into a domestic policing operation outside of their normal field of operations. The groups say they have heard no countervailing opinions whatsoever. Here's a couple of quotes. The sentiment across the board right now is that deploying military force against our own communities isn't the kind of national security anyone signed up for. That's Sarah Strider of the Secure Families Initiative. They're very involved. Continues on here. Families are scared, not just for their loved ones' safety, although that's a huge concern, but also for what the service is being used to justify. There's another. Chris Purdy of the Chamberlain Network stated the mission is to mobilize and empower veterans to promote democracy. That's what the Chamberlain Network does. Said he's heard similar things from half a dozen National Guard members. Morale is in the toilet. And this is the single quote they keep hearing. Morale is not good. Nobody's happy about this. So, yeah, as you know, right now, there's 4,000 National Guard members in Los Angeles and 700 Marines. The Marines came out of the 29 Palm base a couple hours away. And Trump's up there describing Los Angeles as a trash heap that was in danger of burning to the ground. Donald, that is a complete and utter lie, and I'm sure you actually know it. The tiny bit of unrest in LA is in this tiny little section of the city itself being 100 or so square miles easily. Stop inflaming it. Stop lying. And these protests have been pretty much peaceful. There's been a few little unrest moments and a couple of complete jerks that go out and do like looting and stuff, but it just seems to be that way. There's always a few. At this point, what are you going to do? We just have horrible people in the world. The police have made hundreds of arrests and, in response to violence and vandalism. And the mayor, Karen Bass, has put in the curfew in that tiny little area to, help. And all of this positivity, clamping down on it, getting it done right and properly is pretty much with the city, the mayor, the police, and the federals have done almost none of that. They have been seen doing a little bit of instigation. Whether you can say they're doing it on purpose, if you can blame them or something. I mean, we're talking about some heated situations, and it takes a lot of training to keep it cool when somebody's really getting aggressive with you in a situation like this. But Newsom described the deployment, Governor Gavin Newsom there, as a provocation, not just an escalation. The White House is mistreating the service members it's activating. There's photographs going around. You've seen them. National Guard members sleeping on the concrete floor. They arrived with no lodging planned, insufficient toilets and whatnot, and no funds whatsoever just on them for food and water. There's been a few polls going around, and this is not helping Trump with the numbers. They are underwater, as everybody loves to say. No, active service members are prohibited by law from speaking about service, but these reports are coming in through families and so on. So it's all very discreet. No names have been used. Everybody's safe and secure. So guys, if you want to get your voices heard anonymously, make sure you keep this up because it is working. Few have mentioned it as a very shitty assignment. There's another one here comparing it to when we did wildfire relief or during the pandemic with vaccination outreach. Those experiences were uncomplicated, positive, and a contribution back to the community. This is quite the opposite. Everybody's frustrated with it. No one wants to be a part of it. Listen, Donald Trump, somebody's got to be able to get through that basketball melon of yours, but everybody with an ounce of credibility, critical thinking, and the ability to actually just look outside of Fox News can see that you guys are inflaming this in a big, huge way. Cut it out. This level of pushing because you're maybe trying to get the Insurrection Act in so that you can grab even more executive power that you shouldn't have. Maybe that's the goal here. Maybe the goal is just because you're going at a state that didn't vote your way. But whatever it is, you're a petty, awful, terrible human being. And I can't wait to see you out of office so that my American cousins can go back to being the cool mofos they always were. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you're new here, click like, share, maybe subscribe as well, and drop a comment. You can agree, you can disagree, but in the end, it's our channel and it's our voice. Thanks for watching. See you soon.